think one of my strengths is I tend to think of myself, whether this is right or wrong, as quite emotionally intelligent.
Hmm.
And I think that's what I try and bring to my scores. Um, and I think specifically with this film was the way we kind of spotted it and where we decided that we would have music, and more importantly, where we wouldn't have music. Um, and there's one scene in particular, it's the last piece of score. There are a few songs in the film, but the last piece of score in the film is probably it's like there's another maybe 5 or 10 minutes of the film before it finishes. And it's the scene where we're kind of building to this scene of Brian and Sandra going and having this hearing, and I can't, it's some government committee or it could be Congress. I get confused with my American government system. But they're basically, coming and giving like the speech of them fighting for their life. And we knew that we were going to be building to this scene, but not building as in this was going to be a real kind of turning point, not building in terms of the score needs to build and build and build. Um, and we decided it seemed right that we wouldn't start the cue, the music at the beginning of the scene. We were like, it needs to breathe, it needs to speak for itself for a second. And Sandra sort of lists these things that, these action points that they want to make. And there's sort of a moment where it breathes and it's like it's breathed out. And we're like, okay, that's where we should come in. And then Brian takes over and starts talking, and we're like, now we want to get a bit more. And I think I'm quite good at that, at knowing where
Mm.
those moments need to be allowed to breathe, where we need to come in, what we need to do when we come in, and then when we come out.